Elon Musk posted on X that I am the media and you are the media. And now that Donald Trump was reelected and the legacy media had nothing to do with it, we are the media. And the legacy media is very upset about that.
My message to Elon Musk is bullshit. You're not the media.
That's Jim Vandehey, CEO of Axios, who literally had a John Fetterman-sized stroke on stage when he was discussing how Elon Musk claims that citizen journalists like us are now the new mainstream media.
Elon Musk sits on Twitter every day or X today saying like, we are the media. You are the media. My message to Elon Musk is bullshit. You're not the media. You having a blue check mark, a Twitter handle, and 300 words of cleverness doesn't make you a reporter. You don't do that by popping off on Twitter. You don't do that by having an opinion. You do it by doing the hard work.
If you go on X and report something, that doesn't make you a reporter. You don't do it by having an opinion. You can't have an opinion, really? Here's a media guy. Here's the CEO of Axios. Here's one of these elitist, snobbish, just egomaniacal. This is exactly the problem with the media, and this is why the media has imploded in on itself. The media thought they were smarter than the rest of us. They thought that they were more intelligent than the rest of us. They thought that they were better than the rest of us. They thought that they were more important than the rest of us, and they thought that gave them the right to tell the rest of us what to believe, what to think, what to say. They believed they had power over the people because they were the media, and they crowned themselves the unofficial fourth branch of government, which is one of the dumbest things I've ever heard. The media is the unofficial fourth branch of government. You know who told them that? The media. They basically said, we are not elected by anybody, but we are just as important because we're the government watchdog. The only problem is they ceased being the government watchdog and they became the government lapdog. And they started to hump the leg of the Democrat Party. And if you know anything about a watchdog, the watchdog does not hump the leg of somebody that they are wary of. They're very comfortable with that person. And so a new watchdog had to be found, and Elon Musk found it on X. And a bunch of other people found it on Rumble. And a bunch of other people found it by starting podcasts. And all of a sudden, the media became the lapdog of the Democrat Party. And the Joe Rogans and the Aiden Rosses and the Mark Kays and everybody else that you follow and watch diligently, the Dan Bonginos, the cat turds. Cat turd, ironically, is a watchdog of the government. But you know, the media, but MSNBC no longer is. NBC no longer is. They've become the mouthpiece of the government. And that's why everyone else has risen up. And this guy can't hack it. This Jim Vandehey just can't even hack it. Well, he was on with Morning Joe. And after he gave that speech, listen to how Morning Joe reacted to Jim Vandehey's speech. This is one of the most pathetic displays of anything I've ever seen.
Yeah, come on, slow clap, everybody. Whoa. First of all, I've got to say, extraordinary content. It needed to be said.
Yeah.
It continues to need to be said. When all of the garbage that's flying around on social media, lying about reporters, lying about the hard work they do, lying about the hard work editors do, lying about everything up and down, about not only their alternative set of facts, but alternative set of facts about what people like you do. Or if social media, people lying every day, every hour, every minute about the news. What you do matters. What the New York Times does matters. What the Wall Street Journal does matters. What Jonathan Lemire does matters. What the Financial Times does matters. What NBC News and MSNBC reporters do matters. It matters.
Okay, it does not actually matter anymore because because MSNBC is on the chopping. MSNBC is going to be auctioned off, and most of those people are going to be out of a job. And I wouldn't be shocked if at least half of them ended up on X or on Rumble or on YouTube or on some other network. Because look, TV, there's very few places on television anymore where somebody can go. If you get fired from MSNBC, you've got a handful of other networks, but they're all in the same boat. CNN's not hiring. CNN is firing. And that is all, again, thanks to yourself, thanks to your idea that you are better than everyone else because you pretended to be better than the American public, because you pretended to be better than the people, the consumers that take in your product, because you pretended to be these glorious godlike figures who reign over the rest of us. You've now been cut down to size. And you can slow clap all you want, which is just the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. And you can say that we don't have the right to an opinion simply because we don't work for an established legacy media outlet. I'm here to tell you the opposite is true. Everybody has the right to an opinion. Everybody has the right to say what they want. Everybody is the media. Because if you look at the Constitution of the United States of America, which I happen to have right here, not the original, I have a copy. And I've studied this. I study this at length. You can see right here in the Bill of Rights. Okay. Here we go. Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press. It does not dictate or outline or make any clarification or set of regulations as to what constitutes the press. It simply says the press. So the press could be you, me, a cell phone, an X account, 300 characters or words, and an opinion. And the fact that this Jim Vandehey claims that he's the press and we're not because he's CEO of Axios should make you despise and distrust them even more, because they are furious that they've been found out to be just regular people. Only they're not regular people. They're regular people who are on the take for the Democrat Party. Even, I believe, worse than that. You know, Morning Joe's going off talking about how there's all these lies. They're spreading lies about the media. They're spreading lies about reporters. Thank God you said that, Jim, because all of the mistruth and lies have been spread by these citizen journalists, so-called, on X. Well, fun fact, the CEO of NPR, Catherine Maher, I don't even know, she was giving a speech and she said that truth, get this is National Public Radio, by the way. NPR is National Public Radio. It is government subsidized radio. This is if you listen to, it's the one they always make fun of, like on SNL, like the sweaty balls and all that kind of thing. Welcome to National Public Radio. Today, we'll be talking about goat cheese. I mean, like dumb stuff like that. But it's government subsidized. It's super liberal. And the worst part about NPR radio, okay, there's so many bad things about NPR. NPR is basically one of the worst government programs there is, because first of all, they get money from the government. They're subsidized by the government. On top of that, they do these telethons and these fundraisers, and they give away tote bags and all this stuff, and they beg you for money twice a year, and they get donations. So they get government subsidies, they get donations because apparently they're these 501(c) organizations. And then on top of all that, get this, they sell advertising. So they're government subsidized, they can act as a nonprofit, and they can also sell advertising and compete with other radio and TV stations and blogs and anyone else who sell. They can compete with private entities while getting money from the government and from their donors. I mean, come on. This is one of the biggest scams ever. These are snake oil salesmen on NPR. They're stealing money, your tax dollars. They're stealing money from other corporations who are out there fighting for advertising dollars. And then they're just begging for crap on top of everything. They should, if the Doge is looking, they should look no further than NPR. Anyway, I digress. The CEO, this Catherine Maher, she was giving a speech. Listen to what she says about the truth.
That for our most tricky disagreements, seeking the truth and seeking to convince others of the truth isn't necessarily the best place to start. In fact, I think our reverence for the truth might have become a bit of a distraction that is preventing us from finding consensus and getting important things done.
Our reverence for the truth has become a little bit of a distraction and keeps us from getting stuff done? That is a so-called journalist. That's one of the people that Morning Joe is applauding. That's one of the people that Morning Joe says what she does matters. What she does matters? She's out there saying the truth isn't important anymore, that the truth is a distraction. In fact, the truth gets in the way. This is a nationally subsidized organization that is supposed to be reporting on, you would think, factual. These are the fact checkers. Okay. NPR is a fact checking organization. NPR has been used by Facebook and other people, I'm sure, to fact check. They'll go out there and they'll tell you when the president has done or said something that is inaccurate. They'll go out there and tell you when a senator has done or said something inaccurate. They'll go out there and tell you when RFK Jr. or somebody else is denying something that has been factually accurate. Yet here they are saying that the truth doesn't matter.
That for our most tricky disagreements, seeking the truth and seeking to convince others of the truth isn't necessarily the best place to start. In fact, I think our reverence for the truth might have become a bit of a distraction that is preventing us from finding consensus and getting important things done.
They've abandoned the truth. NPR is giving up on finding the truth because it's too much of a distraction. A distraction from what? The lies? You know, all this truth is distracting from our lies, says NPR CEO Catherine Maher. Let's not focus on the truth because we got a bunch of lies we're pumping out there into the ether, and all this truth is just getting in the way. If you enjoyed this video, fantastic. Do both of us a favor and like, subscribe, and set notifications because we're live every single day at noon Eastern, 11 Central, and we're posting videos and shorts and other great content constantly, and you won't want to miss a minute of it. And you won't if you like, subscribe, and set notifications.